Good afternoon. Welcome, graduates, parents, families, friends, and supporters of the 2025 recognition ceremony for data science, mathematics, natural sciences, and statistics. My name is Alexander Hulpke, and I serve as the chair of the Department of Mathematics here at Colorado State University. Thank you for joining us this evening to celebrate the graduation of this remarkable group of students. Before we begin our ceremony, I would like to share the university's land acknowledgement statement. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also a site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgments are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. I would now like to introduce the members of our platform party. As I announce your name, please stand so that we might recognize you, but let's hold the applause till everyone stands. So we have Michael Kirby, Professor of Mathematics and Director of the Data Science Research Institute. Haonan Wang, Professor and Chair of Statistics. Simon Tavener, Associate Dean and Professor of Mathematics. Courtney Gooding, Assistant Director of the Natural Sciences Education and Outreach Center. And Dan Cooley, Professor of Statistics. Now Simon Tavener, Executive Associate Dean for the College of Natural Sciences, would like to share a few words with our graduates.
Thank you, Alexander. Graduating students, the celebrations this week mark the beginning of a new phase in your life. For those of you who finished your coursework this spring, you will walk away today alumni of Colorado State University. For our graduates who will finish this summer or fall, you are only a few months away from realizing this great achievement. I'm joining you today as a representative of the College of Natural Sciences. The degrees that you will receive today are from our college. And as alumni of this college, you are now connected to thousands of others who have come before you. Receiving a degree from the College of Natural Sciences is not an easy feat. You have worked hard, shown determination, failed occasionally, but then tried again. These skills and your academic achievements will carry you far as you embark on the next chapter of your life. As you walk out of this ceremony today, embrace all of the emotions that come with this transition. Feel the power of being connected to everyone in the College of Natural Sciences. And know that Colorado State University is not a part of your past, but an ever-present community that will continue to support you through your life's many transitions. Congratulations to our graduating class. Before I end my speech today, I said before I end my speech today, we must acknowledge the people who have helped you throughout your journey. I would like to take a minute to address the family and friends who are here today and those who are joining us in spirit from afar. Your support and guidance have been and will continue to be critical to these graduates' success. We are forever grateful for the gifts you have given and the sacrifices you have made, all of which have led to this moment. Will the parents, partners, family and friends assembled here please stand or raise your hands so that we may recognize all of you? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Simon, for sharing those inspiring words. And lesson learned, don't just read your own part, but also read the part of others. Before we begin reading names, I would like to take a moment to recognize students who have earned academic honors and distinctions. Students earning the cum laude designation have distinguished themselves through outstanding academic performance during their time at CSU. Their GPA is in the top 10% of their graduating class. Those students graduating summa cum laude are students in the top 1% with a GPA of 3.99 or better. Students designated magna cum laude make up the next 3% of the class with a GPA above 3.94. And those designated cum laude constitute the next 6% with a GPA above 3.83. Those students are wearing golden gowns or a gold cord over a green honors gown. The University Honors Program offers a challenging and rewarding curriculum for outstanding students, and all honors students must maintain at least a 3.5 cumulative GPA. These students are wearing green gowns and bachelor hoods, or if in a gold gown, they will be wearing a green cord. Will the summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and honors program graduates please stand or raise your hand so that we may applaud your remarkable academic accomplishments. Please be seated. In addition, we would like to recognize students completing the teaching licensure program. Students holding this distinction wear a light blue cord on their gown. Will the students who are licensed at middle and high school science and mathematics teachers please rise or raise your hands so that we may recognize your dedication? Please be seated. The College of Natural Sciences Dean's Office wishes to recognize those students who have enriched their education in the sciences by completing a second major outside the College of Natural Sciences. The Academic Enrichment Award was established to honor these students for the breadth of education they have obtained. Each of these students will be mailed a certificate from the Dean. Would students with a second major outside the college please rise or raise your hands so we may recognize your achievements? Another group we would like to recognize is our first-generation students. First-generation students are students whose parents have not completed a bachelor's degree. These students are a point of pride for us all. Will our first-generation graduates and our faculty here in attendance who are first-generation graduates please stand or raise your hands so we may applaud your success? Please be seated. We would like to acknowledge the members of the U.S. Armed Services who are receiving their degrees today. Will you please stand or raise your hand? Since 1870, CSU has served those who have served our nation. And we are currently home to 2,000 student veterans, dependents, and active duty military members. At this time, I would also like to recognize those audience members who have served or are serving in the military. Would the current and former members of the US Armed Forces joining us in the audience please stand or raise your hand so we may applaud your commitment to our nation. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. It's now time to announce the names of our graduates and distribute diplomas. Graduates, you will be introduced by Dr. Dan Cooley from the Department of Statistics. You will walk across the stage to receive your diploma cover and shake hands with leadership and faculty from your department and the college. You will then have an opportunity to get your photograph taken. I am excited to begin the most important part of today's celebration. Marshals, please escort our 2025 graduates to the platform.
So Courtney, I'm going to...
In just a moment, I will present our 2025 graduates, but before I begin, I would like to make a few announcements. Graduates will be announced by department, beginning with students receiving their Master of Science degrees, followed by students receiving their Bachelor of Science degrees. This is your ceremony, and we want you to celebrate your students and take photographs. Please do so in an orderly manner so that does not block the view of other guests. Graduates, if you are given a department sign, please hand that to me when you reach the microphone. I would now like to present the students who have received the Data Science Bachelor of Science. Casey Sky Martin. Khaled Abdullah Al-Kebi. Khalifa Mohammed Al-Gaithi. Abdullah Saeed Al-Mansouri. DeAndre Tafoya. Tomas Sabalo Farias. Timothy Cheese Hammond. JC Cutter Werner. Fong Nu Wen. Olivia Paige Jones. Lauren Marie Bear. Nea Depande. Emily Pruitt. Justin C. Eldridge. Chandler William Grote. Jacob Alexander Wickham. And now the Master of Science in Mathematics, Tyler Steffens. And now the Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Amelia J. Schaefer. Jackson Burrows. Allison Haley Greening. Aiden Walker. Tanner Parks. Caitlin Isabel Imfeld. Jackson Anthony Puleo. Marie Agassi. Evan Robert Grubb. Mackenzie Rose Murray. Sophia Rose Metler. Luck Henderson. Lucy Pepin Smith. Christopher Judy. Ty Alexander Cooley. Kyle Jeffries. Jack Bogner. Camden Robert Brown. Evelyn Joanna Carreon. Ru C. Ru C. Chen. Kelsey Ann Gessner. And now, the Bachelor of Science in Natural Sciences. Lauren Grace Gouldy. Charlie Connolly. Morgan Isabella Hamilton. Ty August Young. Cecilia Dower. And now, the Master of Science in Statistics. Dharma Hoy. Eva Krostev. Jackson Fippen. And now, the Master of Applied Statistics. Danielle Contreras. Delaney Thurman. Nathan Mitchell. Ethan Straub. Lauren Hawkins. Dawson Hughes. Ariadna Juarez Kalunga. Brooke Vokey. Nicole Castle. And now, the Bachelor of Science in Statistics. Trenton Anthony Dobson. Joshua Glenn Palmer. Luke Spencer. Case Huey. Evan Justin Martin. Eddie Haggerty. Nathan Ma Cito. Paige Elizabeth Galvin. Molly Ann Clinton. Gabe Allen Hurst Macklem. Andrew Raymond Henderson. Cody Eugene Ferris. Paige Moore. Paige Lilybridge. James Ho.
Well, if you wonder why they put us on last in the day, that's the reason. Well, please join me in congratulating all of our 2025 graduates. Before we depart, I would like to acknowledge all of the work that was put into making today's event special for our graduates and guests. Thank you very much to the staff, in particular, the staff from the college, from statistics and mathematics department, and to the faculty who made this event possible. And very special thanks to Pip Mendeley and Parker Richardson, who translated today's ceremony into American Sign Language. Graduates, your departments would like to take some time to personally congratulate you and meet the supporters that you invited here today. So, graduates and guests, please meet us down the elevators in the Hall of Champions together with your departments. Thank you very much.